You all want a soundbite. This is the third time we're going through this. I don't care. Nobody cares. If this building, if this city put the effort to fixing our country the same way that they put on expelling me, we'd be in a better place. But this place is littered in political theater, and the American people are the ones paying the price.
Honestly, if there was someone who could speak with authority on political theater, I think it would have to be George Santos at this point. Come on, buddy. You just want to do the serious policy work, and everyone's distracting you with nonsense after years of making up every single part of your background while committing a bunch of crimes and enriching yourself in a number of different ways. Like seriously, I talked about this the last time we talked about George Santos on the show. It is so easy, and I understand why people get caught up in the lies. But remember, fundamentally, the issue with George Santos is not just lies. He has robbed people to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars that he has taken from donors, from his campaign coffers, and put through a number of different shady means into his own pocket. He is a massive alleged criminal, so bear that in mind. But importantly, he might not be around for that much longer. Now, there's a couple different ways where potentially you could get rid of him. The one that the Republicans want, that apparently Speaker Johnson, according to this tweet in a closed leadership meeting, had been pushing for him to resign. That way Republicans wouldn't have to take a tough vote, but tough for Mike Johnson because apparently that's not going to happen. Watch this.
To set the record straight and put this in the record, I will not be resigning. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time.
I wish he could yield back all of the time that he has taken from us and from the country, but no, he's not going. And so we are gonna have to do this the hard way, I guess, Francesca. And we're getting close. It's apparently gonna happen on Thursday. We'll get to Mike Johnson's thoughts about that vote, but what do you think?
They're not gonna expel him. That's what I think. And they just don't wanna look like they are throwing down with an obvious criminal. I mean, other than their Lord and Savior, Donald Trump, who's like criming on a whole other level. This is like really low level George Santos crimes. All I have to say is, I think if he wants to prove that he didn't have Botox, he should really put the glasses back on, because George Santos sans Botox is like, oh buddy, your forehead don't move. You know what I mean? I made the mistake, I got Botox once, and then I was like, oh, I can't move my forehead. I need this to do, expressions and stuff. Not gonna lie. And but my dude is like, he's giving, sorry guys, sorry kids, he's giving some Matt Rife vibes, like too many soft edges. Although Matt Rife, notably like the chin. John probably has no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't know Matt Rife. But
I love, he loves the spotlight. You guys just want your soundbite. Like like there's so many things. Do you remember that he also like assaulted a staffer? As many other Republicans have done. But I say put it to a vote. I love that he's not resigning. I love that he's gonna force Republicans to basically, look, they may oust him, but my prediction, since he said he's not gonna run for re-election, is that they're gonna wait.
Yeah.
Which safer? I mean, John,
I'm
maybe
really
the seat isn't, who does the seat, I believe, is it the governor that appoints his successor? I mean, his replacement if he resigns? I believe that is the case.
Yes, I believe so, but also it definitely comes down to when this would be happening. And theoretically, the expelling is sooner rather than later. So maybe that simplifies the process. But yeah, it's complicated to make the predictions because, theoretically there's a lot of Democrats that would vote for this, although they could do the sort of cynical, pragmatic thing of, no, leave him around so that you can run against him. Not only for that, assuming that he did actually run for re-election, or just that he was still in elected office, you could theoretically do that. But there's also a lot of New York Republicans that they don't want to be associated with him anymore, so they could vote to expel him. A lot of Republicans might not want that being an extra weight around their necks, but yeah, there's a lot of factors that's very difficult to predict. I think that we might have finally crossed sort of the critical mass, but the real question is where the Republicans are going to come down on this.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.